What's up, everybody? Noah Kish back here for my review of Roadhouse Romance. This is one I was really looking forward to. This kicks off Fall Harvest. All 12 movies going into the Christmas season. We got one every single week on Hallmark Channel and every single week on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And one actually got bumped up. So we're going to look at the release schedule and see what's happening with that. So Roadhouse Romance is all about Callie, played by country music artist Lauren Alaina, and she returns home, and she finds her hometown has changed. Her first love has a new girl, and her family's barbecue restaurant has hit hard times. She clashes with a big shot director who may hold the key to saving the restaurant and her heart. This is one that I was really looking forward to, mainly because the two best movies of the entire year for Hallmark have both starred Tyler Hynes. Sweet Carolina, and It Was Always You. I wanted to see if he could do a three-peat, because it's not very often that a Hallmark actor puts out, unless you do Crossword Mysteries or Aurora Tea Garden movies, that you hit him out of the park this much. He probably has a Christmas film coming out this year anyways. So we'll see if he can have 3 good films in a row and then a great film, or if we can get all 4 great films. This is a movie that brings in a trope that Hallmark started doing in 2018. 2018? Yes, 2018, because 2019, they rushed this sequel. Christmas at Graceland. This is one that nobody knew was even coming out until they announced that it was even being made and who the cast was. This starred Kelly Pickler, and I'm in Hallmark groups, so people were comparing her to Kelly Pickler in a good way, because they both have that southern drawl. They can both sing like country angels. Love both their voices. I'm not going to say that either one is the better singer, because they're both great. I would have loved to have seen Tyler Hynes sing a little bit, because we know that Wes Brown can sing a little bit. Can Tyler Hynes sing a little bit? We're probably going to see if this gets a sequel, because people are wanting a Sweet Carolina 2, and they're also wanting a It Was Always You 2. And those are the 2 of the highest watched movies of the year so far. How will Roadhouse Romance do? We will have to see next week. With Raise a Glass to Love. This is one that adds in the country music, but it's also one that really holds on to that throughout the entire film. If you're not a fan of country music, this is not for you. If you're not a fan of country music, you would not be into A Country Wedding either, because this one is all about a country superstar who returns home, and the hometown girl is there, and blah, blah, blah. You know what happens. This is one that I really enjoyed. I was not disappointed in this hardly whatsoever. I wanted more than what I got, but in a good way. I wanted to see a bit more of the kiss, because the kiss was just very petty and very nothing compared to even some of the Summer Nights movies. I mean, if you look back at the kisses that we've had in some of the best Hallmark movies this year, like Taking a Shot at Love and Chasing Waterfalls, It Was Always You, that had a multiple great kisses, because Hallmark is very known for doing these piddly little just pecks. And when you're invested in the characters this much, due to the great screenplay and the really good chemistry between Lauren and Tyler, the kiss should have been more. I don't know if it's the fact that maybe this director didn't quite know what he wanted to do with this kiss, because it's not like he's new to the Hallmark directing game. And we're going to look at everybody's lineup of Hallmark Channel movies that they've directed, acted in, and written. So he's not new to the Hallmark game. But I thought that was just the weakest part, as well as I thought that there were some really, really funny moments. Particularly, the moment that made me love Callie is when Luke gets a phone call. And he gets that phone call, and asks for for some privacy. And she goes, "Well, okay." She opens the door and is basically like, "This is my car. You're not gonna get my car and leave." That was a really nice touch, and I really thought that they added in the barbecue recipe mystery in very, very well, because normally with these mysteries that they add in, mysteries that they add in to these drama romantic comedies are not that intriguing and not well done. This one was. Now, I do have to say that the girlfriend, Jillian Harris, I really didn't care for her character. I thought that was very forced in there. I don't think we needed that. I thought we would have gotten a bit more into what was in the script for what he was going to be directing. But besides that, this was a very solid and really, really good Hallmark movie. I haven't said really, really good Hallmark movie in a great while. I think the last one that I really loved was Sweet Carolina, so much so that I bought the DVD. I think if you put this out on DVD, this would sell well. You could probably put this out next fall. You could put it out next summer. I would like you to put it out right away. I mean, you do it with your Hallmark Christmas movies. So I would love to see a DVD of this right away. Maybe put in a little soundtrack with it, because they put in some great country songs here. Now, once we get into these director and acting credits, then we are done with the review. So we are going to just grade the movie, and then we're going to look at the ratings and everything else. So I'm going to give Roadhouse Romance a A. I really enjoyed this. This is one of my favorites of the year so far. Then again, this has been a pretty somber and subpar year for me in regards to these Summer Nights movies, which are normally some of my favorites. I love Fall Harvest and I love Christmas. And I normally love Winterfest. This Winterfest, or as they called it, New Year, New Movies, was a little subpar for me, but we still had some really, really good ones. So, there's my grade for that, an A. Now let's get into the directing credits for Paul Ziller. Paul Ziller is not new to the Hallmark game. He has directed in this order. In 2018, Love on the Slopes, Jingle All the Way. No. Jingle Around the Clock. Jingle Around the Clock. Picture a Perfect Christmas. I really like that one a lot. A God Went Christmas Meant for Love. I like that one a lot. But then again, I love Cindy Busby. Love in Store, Just My Type, Good Morning Christmas. And this year he did Beverly Hills Wedding. Beverly Hills Wedding. That is one that really made me annoyed with the wedding. Because I will never forget this. While I liked the movie, it was hard to like the groom, because the groom was just so unlikable and so... See, I don't want to cuss, just very a-hole-ish, if that makes any sense. I'm probably going to give it a second chance. I liked it well enough to watch it and buy the movie. Now, Lauren Alaina is not new to the Hallmarkish game either, because she has done a Hallmark-style movie called Road Less Traveled, which is based off of her fantastic song Road Less Travel. She's been featured in on the soundtrack of Forever My Girl, which is another country romantic comedy that I really liked. Is it cheesy? Yes. Should it have gone to theaters? Sure. But that one starred the fantastic Jessica Rothe, who we know from La La Land and the Happy Death Day movies. But Tyler Hynes, this guy knocks it out of the park most of the time. So looking at his credits here for Hallmark, you guys will normally and probably know him at most from Letterkenny and Heartland. But he's done Hallmark movies for a good bit of time. He has done one for Up TV called The Mechanics of Love. He was also Lane in the 2017 Awful Flatliners remake. But going into his Hallmark debut, we had Falling For You. I don't remember much about that movie. I will be watching it again this fall, because that's when I normally like to watch them. It's Christmas Eve. I don't remember if I've actually seen that movie. I don't remember if I've actually seen It's Christmas Eve. Flip That Romance. I know I haven't seen that one, and I've been wanting to. I'm waiting for them to air it one more time, or for them to add it onto Hallmark Movies Now so I can actually see it. Him and Cindy Busby team up in The Wedding March 5, My Boyfriend's Back. That was a really, really good one. The Mistletoe Secret with him and Kelly Pickler. Speaking of country, Kelly Pickler, I really like that one. Winter in Vale, loved that movie. Loved that movie. With him and Lacey Chabert. On the 12th Date of Christmas, that was pretty decent, from what I remember. And then he kicked it and knocked it out of the park with 2 movies this year, with It Was Always You and Sweet Carolina. This is a Hallmark actor that I am very surprised has not gotten stale or gotten old yet, because I thought that Jesse Metcalfe was really, really good when his films started coming out and started doing very, very well. However, the problem is, I thought that you could have done a bit more. Just a bit more with him than just throwing him in a mystery role. Because the romance movies do very, very well for him. So there's the lineup. Now we're going to go into the ratings. The rating for Journey of My Heart came out with Rhiannon Fish and Darian Martin, directed by Lucy Guest. 1.79. I'm not surprised by that one. It drops down below 100,000 viewers, but it's still higher than Sealed with a Kiss, Wedding March 6, and A Little Daytime Romance. But I'm not surprised by that. I think Roadhouse Romance is going to get higher than that. I think it could get 1.9, 1.85 at the least, I think. Watch me be wrong, and it does like a 1.6, 1.7. I want it to do better than that because I think it deserves it. But looking at next week, we have Raise a Glass to Love, starring Juan Pablo de Pasi, and I'm looking forward to that. And if I butcher the last name, I'm no good with names. Sometimes I forget names of friends. I am kidding. It's directed by David Weaver. He is not a new director to the Hallmark Channel. He's directed a crap ton, just like Stephen R. Monroe and Gary Yates, as well as Mark Jean. The last film that David Weaver did was Sealed with a Kiss, Wedding March 6. That was not a good one. Looking at his past filmography for Hallmark Channel, I'm looking on the Wikipedia page. So it looks like he doesn't do mystery movies all that often. The last one, so he's kind of going down a rabbit hole. This Is Scaring Me. If I Only Had Christmas was one of my least favorite Christmas films last year, starring Candace Cameron Bure, and it is going to get a DVD release this year. For a Walmart exclusive. Looking at the past film he did before that one, it was a movie called... Oh, that is David Winning. Nope. David Weaver did Crossword Mysteries, Vines That Bind. So, looking at next week, we do have a crap ton coming out. We have a total of 3 more Hallmark reviews to still come out for the next week. We have Redemption in Cherry Springs, which I'm going to watch tonight. We will also have reviews up for Raise a Glass to Love and the new film Finding Love in Mountain View, which is something we don't get. They are going towards more of the drama and romance aspect with Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and I like that. I'm very curious about Rise and Shine Benedict Stone, starring Tom Everett Scott, and One Summer, The Vows We Keep, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, The Vows We Have Made. I'm looking forward to those. So there you go, everybody. Stay tuned. Let me know what you guys thought of Roadhouse Romance. If you are a fan of Wedding at Graceland, A Country Romance, Christmas at Graceland. Heck, since we're talking about country artists and Hallmark movies, Christmas at Dollywood. If you haven't seen any of those, check all of these out because these are fantastic movies. And there you go, everybody. I will see you guys for my review of the brand new Hallmark Movies and Mysteries film, Redemption in Cherry Springs, as well as the new UpTV romance film, Love and Translation, later this week, as well as my Blu-ray DVD shopping video, my review for Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog, and of course, the new HBO Max and Warner Brothers movie Malignant, and Kate on Netflix. I will see all of you guys next time.